things that, you know, that NAACP wants to investigate, right? I think the moratorium is a very wise choice. Let's sit down and look at it. Look, we're not talking about stuff that cannot be researched and shown to be true or not true. We need the time to do that, right? Some folks on one side said this is what's happening. People on the other side say this is what's happening. But it's true. Truth is true. We can find the facts and we can get the research and we can get the data. I will tell you that I do have a couple of novel experiences. Like Scott said, well, I guess I wear a lot of hats too. None today, but I work for the American Federation of Teachers. I'm a community organizer. I was president of my kids' PTO for 4 years straight at a traditional public school. NAACP, I work in different branches all across the state. You know, I'm a father, I'm a parent, and I have many other roles. But one of the things that we have learned is that this idea that people are beating down the doors to get into charter schools, we find is not always true in every single case. In Hartford, like Ms. Brody was talking about earlier, there was an opportunity for actually one of Steve Perry's schools, Capital Prep, wanted to take over a public school in Hartford. And the parents were outraged. They were like, do not let this man take over our school, you know, because not this man, not that it was personal, but the idea that once you take a community school, a neighborhood school, and turn it into a charter school, you don't get to walk to your school anymore. You don't get to go to the school right down the street that you used to go to before, right? You're not guaranteed a slot. You have to apply to the lottery, okay? So that's a big change for people. And people who depend on, a lot of people don't have transportation to go across town. A lot of parents have kids that go to 3 different schools, 4 different schools, depending on how many kids they have. And they're busing one over here, and they're busing one over there. What does that do to the community? This disrupts, like I said, I'm a community organizer, that's one of my roles. This disrupts our communities when your kids don't go to school together, your neighbors don't go to school together. Another example was Achievement First. This is an Achievement First town, right? We have Achievement First schools here. Achievement First tried to, all right? Hey, and listen, it's nothing against people who have those schools and they're in those schools and you're enjoying your school. That's great for you, you know, and you should keep that. But we need to investigate how do we make those policy changes that we need. For example, if you're going to take the kids out in October and you're going to keep the money, that's not fair. You know, we need a moratorium so we can fix that. If you can transfer kids in the middle of the school year, right, into a neighborhood public school and you're coming in halfway through the school year, how are you going to catch up as a child? And we need to change those things. So that's why a moratorium is part. That's just a couple of examples. All right, closing out. Right, Achievement First tried to take over Clark Street School in Hartford, right? And the parents, again, they stood up and they voted and said, please don't take over my school, because once you take over my school, I know that there's a whole new system that's going to be in place, and I'm not going to be guaranteed my neighborhood school. So just some things to think about. Thank you, sir.